Awarded 66-10 over Rosslyn Park this afternoon, another step forward towards the 19-20 season. Must be pretty pleased, I imagine.
Yeah, I thought we did some really good stuff today. A lot of the stuff we spoke about in the week in terms of our physicality, how we carried the ball, our work at the breakdown, I thought was very good today.
Similar question to Jimmy last week, but were you very pleased with how we kind of built on the first half performance in the second half? I think we went on to score another 30-40 points in that second half.
Yeah, we discussed it as coaches, that sort of 5-10 minutes into the second half, we hoped it wasn't going to peter out, we weren't going to really kick on, but I thought the guys coming off the bench, that's a huge compliment to them, and it's hard to do. We didn't lose our shape, and that's something we've worked very hard on in pre-season, guys swapping in and out, a big squad, but there didn't seem to be much difference in what we were doing, which is very pleasing.
Yeah, 28-man squad this week, 26-man squad last week. It looks like everyone's got a few minutes under their belt, which is obviously exactly what we wanted from these games, I imagine.
Tough decisions to make, unfortunately, or fortunately, so there's going to be some tough decisions coming up, but we're a big squad, we've got big ambitions, and we're going to need that throughout the course of the season.
10 tries, must be pretty delighted with some of the attacking moves today.
Yeah, again, I thought we just stayed on top of them, but I think for us, we said we're going to judge ourselves on those, the big books that we speak about, the key principles that we talk about from an attacking perspective, and they lay the foundation for us to play on top of Rosslyn Park.
Also defensively, what was it, 12 points last week, 10 points today, another kind of good shutout, if you like, in terms of moving forward towards the season.
Yeah, 100%, and I think over the last 2 weeks, both teams have found it very hard to get any joy, some multiple phase rugby, and it's very hard to break us down. Today we brought a lot more line speed. We still think we can bring a lot more than that, but we made it very difficult for them, and we forced them into some kicking, some kicks rather than running back against us.
Awfully long pre-season, isn't it? I think this is week 13, obviously second game done. Where would you kind of say we are with, I think it's 2 weeks until that Bedford game now?
Yeah, we've got another 2 weeks left of pre-season, so it's been a long one this year, but we're moving in the right direction. Until you get to competitions and live games, you'll never know, but I'm very pleased with where we're at as a squad. We're I think we're very much together as a squad, and I think that consistency of the turnover of player from last year is really paying off, and you've probably seen that in the 2 performances.
Yeah, would you kind of say you've got what you wanted out of these 2 games?
Yes, I would do. I think we wanted to give guys game time. We wanted to take a step forward from last week. I think we've done that. And we wanted to judge ourselves on our own standards. And I think we're definitely doing that week in, week out.
In terms of 66-10 win over Rosslyn Park this afternoon as a second pre-season hit out, must be pretty pleased with that, I imagine.
Yeah, really pleased. I think on the whole there was lots of good to be taken from it against a top-class National 1 team. So lots of work-ons, but I think we'll be happy. We had a big chat on the weekend about being physical and making sure we don't let off once we do score. So the ability to score and score again was good. Yeah,
was that probably the biggest thing we take out of these 2 games? We were obviously clear at half-time in both, but I think we scored the same amount of tries today in the second half as the first, and we just really kind of kept kicking on in that second half.
Yeah, I think so, and it also puts big emphasis on the strength and depth in our squad as well. Guys able to come off the bench, slot straight into the way we play, no mistakes, and play accurate rugby, and then when the weather changed, being sensible, put pressure back on them, and hopefully turn the ball back over.
Again, the people will look at those scores. I think it was 70 last week, 60 this week, but was the defence another really pleasing part of that game today?
Yeah, definitely, and the 1 try that they did score was probably a bit of a switch off on our behalf, but yeah, on the whole, in these pre-season games you don't want it being a 50-40. You want to make sure defence is strong, and teams looking at those scores in a pre-season, starting the season, will hopefully think that we're a team to be concerned about. 10
tries in all, obviously a fair few new signings in that kind of back line, but must be pretty pleased with how that's functioning at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. We've had it's been a long pre-season, probably the longest one that we've had for a while, so it's given us great chances as a group to come together and gel, and I think that's been beneficial, and still a couple more weeks before the Champ Cup starts as well.
What's the main thing we're going to take out of these 2 games, do you think?
I think the ability to gel well as a team. I think accuracy, knowing when to play, when not to play, and the strength of our defence as well. We can use that as a weapon. We don't need to be overplaying in our own half and putting pressure on ourselves.
A bit of a test in the conditions as well today. Those last 15 minutes were a bit wet, weren't they?
Yeah, they definitely were. It was a real change, gone from beautiful sunshine to a standard English summer.
You've obviously been in the Championship a fair bit before. How are you kind of judging where we're at with? I think it's 3 weeks until that Bedford Cup opener, isn't it?
I think we're looking really good. I think it's a really strong squad, good bunch of guys as well, with a strong coaching staff. So we've got everything there to really challenge for promotion this year. So I think if we keep keep going in the direction we are, then it's looking positive.
You started alongside Pat Howard in the midfield today. Enjoying that combination?
Yeah, definitely. It's always nice having a guy inside you who's going to run the ball hard, and you can run off him and makes you look good. But yeah, I've enjoyed that. Unfortunately, Sloaney picked up a bit of a head knock, which is a shame. But yeah, all the guys have been great, very welcoming. The old guys and the new ones have settled in well, I think.
Yeah, you mentioned it's a very long pre-season. How are you finding it at Ealing Trailfinders so far? I think we're 13 weeks in or something like that.
Yeah, I had a bit of a later start than the rest of the guys, but it's been enjoyable. It's been fresh. Coming to a new club has also been enjoyable, and I think I've really enjoyed London so far. Everyone's been very welcoming and thoroughly enjoyed my time so far.